and wellness is the topic for today's show. Further into our health and wellness, we're looking into eating right. So, our main goal on this show is to equip you to live a balanced and a fulfilled life. Life is in three areas: your spirit, your soul, your body. So we do our best to give you tips and to equip you so that you're all set for every area of your life so that you can be balanced and you can be fulfilled. And so we're looking into the area of our health and wellness, which is one key component of our lives. And to do that, we have established the fact that to have a proper health and wellness going in the positive direction for you, you got to be looking into your eating habits, okay? I call it eat right. You got to look into your exercise habits. I call it exercise regularly, and then stress management, and then sleep management. So what we're doing on the show all week is we're taking one component, we're taking the eating right, and we're delving into it. And so to do that, we answered a few questions. Why do I eat? I eat so I can provide energy for my body, and also to provide my body with the right nutrients so that they can work properly. Because if I can provide my body with the right nutrients for them to work properly, I will be able to either eliminate the presence of disease or at least bring it down. All right? And again, disease simply means dis-ease. And so when your body doesn't have the easiness to work, that means that there is disease. And so we got to do the right things that keeps us on track so we can be able to prevent diseases. And you know, I'm really big when it comes to preventive health. That is my passion. I really believe I was born for it, and I was born for such a time as this, as a life coach to help you in that area. I believe I've been born for such a time as this, and with the right equipment, okay, of not just being passionate, but just educating myself as a certified sports nutritionist. I'm excited to teach people very basic things that are simple to do and easy to do, so people can do it and get maximum and optimum good health. All right? And so the key nutrients that you need for your body, we started off, we said it's carbohydrates, it's proteins, it's fats. Okay? And I know that these same things can be confusing sometimes. The same things that we need them sometimes, it's confusing because we hear, you know, today we hear this about this, tomorrow today we hear about this diet, low carb, tomorrow we hear about high protein, and it's all over. So my goal is that we can share the same basic information in a simple way that makes sense to you. And of course, working together with your healthcare provider, with your nutritionist, with your dietitian, with your doctor, you can be able to make the right decisions that will help you to live a life of health and a life of wellness. All right. So today we're looking into one of the key nutrients called protein. And as I've said, you've heard me say on this show that it's taking these three components of health for food groups to be built. You look like for example, you talk about the food pyramid, which was what the United States Department of Agriculture, that was what was there until I believe it was June 2nd, 2001, when my plate replaced the food pyramid. But what I'm saying is that this whole food groups are built around these key nutrients that we need: carbohydrates, proteins, and fats. Okay, and so today we want to zoom in and look into proteins. All right. Proteins, simply, I call them as a complex organic compound. They are complex organic compounds. And I know that really, trying to get a job done, we just want to keep it simple, but that's just the name, the technical name for it. But protein would help build your muscles. Okay, if you provide the proteins that your body needs. It will help build muscles, build glands. It helps with tissues, your ligaments. It does a lot of good to your body. Okay, that is why, if you remember, I did say that we need to eat so we can provide the right nutrients for our bodies to work well, to survive and thrive. And so there are about 22 of these proteins, okay? And by the way, these proteins are made from amino acids, okay? So we have these, to make these proteins, it's structured through amino acids. So there are about 22 of these amino acids, okay, that now combined becomes proteins that our bodies needs, okay? And out of these 22, 13 of them are provided by our bodies, okay? Because it's provided our bodies, they call it non-essential proteins. Not because you don't need them, but because the body provides them. The body is able to provide its own. And it's 9 of these proteins that the body cannot provide. Because the body cannot provide it, you need to get it through your diet. You need to get it through the foods that you eat. That is why it's very essential that you get these proteins. So combine there are 22 of them, and then 9 of them our bodies cannot provide. But here, let's keep it to the basics, okay? Your body needs proteins. It's one of the major nutrients that you need so that your body can function properly, okay? It helps in the building of your cells, your muscles, your tissues, your ligaments, your tendons. They all will depend on that. In fact, all fluids in the body have protein, except bile and urine are the only fluids in your body that does not have protein. So you can see protein is really key to a thriving life, to a life of wellness and health. So let's bring it down. Okay, protein, what does it mean to me? You can find protein in meats, you can find it in poultry, in pork, in fish, okay, milk products, in beans, okay. But I must say that if you take animal proteins, those are complete. That means that it has that kind of protein is complete, okay? But if you take plant proteins, they are incomplete. So sometimes you hear something like incomplete, okay? So what that means, for example, let's put application here. For example, for a vegetarian who doesn't eat meat and they're trying to get their protein from plants, that means they have to do some combination. It is possible to get complete proteins, but it won't come from one source of plant. It will come from a combination of plants. For example, beans itself doesn't have complete protein. But if you combine beans with, let's say, rice, or you combine beans with corn, then your protein can be complete, okay? So some of the key things that you need to keep in mind is that we're trying to get in and look at these areas of nutrients, just so that you can understand the foods that you eat, okay? Yes, we want to eat yummy food, but we also need to know that the food we eat is important to the survival of our bodies, to the thriving nature of our bodies. When we begin to connect our eating and the impact it has on our bodies, that helps us to be more aware, and if we need to avoid certain kinds of foods, it makes the journey much easier, because now you begin to think that every plate matters. Okay, I think I read that on Choose My Plate, the Gov. Every plate matters. Okay, what is this going to benefit my body? Okay, what am I going to benefit from as far as my body's thriving, health, nature, wellness? Okay, and I also call it this way: every bite matters. Okay, every bite matters. So it's not a matter of starving yourself. It's not a matter of avoiding one group of food. Of course, working with your doctor and your healthcare providers, okay, learning, being a student of your own body. Remember, I said this the last show. I said doctors have a body of knowledge, but you need to have a knowledge of your body that benefits you. When you even go into your doctors, you know, you are more aware, you know how to answer the questions so that they can, in effect, use that information to help you. Okay, so that's why I believe that it's key to spend time to know these key ingredients that we take in, so that with this knowledge we can be able to make a decision to change, make a decision to modify some of the things we do so that we can be able to have optimum health. And if we did that, it's going to help us with our health and wellness. Let's take a break. We'll be right back. Our topic today is on protein, one of the major nutrients that your body needs to be able to live optimum health and to be able to have a life of health and wellness. And so we've been looking into protein and how it does benefit our bodies. You know, it benefits us in many ways. Children, adolescents who are growing, they need protein for growth and for development. Okay, it helps us in many ways in building muscles and so many other ways. So here is the assignment, here is the exercise I want you to do as we have time on this show. I want you to begin to look at your diet and begin to look at, yesterday we talked about carbs, today we're talking about proteins. Begin to just ask yourself, okay, do I have protein in my diet? I need protein for muscles, to help my muscles, to help my ligaments, to help the glands, okay, to help my body to thrive and be in optimum health and wellness. How am I feeding my body this proteins? And of course, you know that you need to keep to the lean protein, the ones that gets the job done, okay, the proteins that will give you the nutrients your body needs but does not give you a lot of residue. Okay, what am I talking about? You take some of the processed meats, okay, yes, you can have protein from there, but don't forget there is high sodium, okay, so you want to keep to the protein that is lean, the protein that is healthy, the protein that your goal is that I'm going to get the protein to benefit my body and not have a residue and not have all that other things coming on like high sodium that in effect is not going to benefit your health. So you want to keep to the lean protein, you want to keep to the very good ones that benefits your body. So take this exercise and go do it. Begin to look at, okay, I'm sure majority of us, if you aren't a vegetarian, we eat protein. We eat fish, we eat poultry and all that, eggs. Okay, these are all types of protein. or sources of protein. So I want you to begin to do this exercise and say, okay, what types of protein am I eating? Am I getting the complete protein that my body needs? The complete protein will provide you all the 22 amino acids that forms the complete protein that your body needs. Am I eating protein from sources like processed meats? That, yes, I might get protein, but there are a lot of gooey stuff I don't really need. High sodium, saturated fats. So begin to check your protein. And I'm saying that keep it lean. All right, the leaner the better. Get the protein, but don't add on with the stuff that your body doesn't need. That is the exercise I want you to do. Just keep it simple. Hey, you may not have changed just after hearing me, but this is what is happening. You're beginning to stimulate your brain. You're beginning to be more aware. And I want you to use that information. Ask yourself questions. Am I having lean protein in my diet? Am I avoiding protein altogether? Or am I having too much of it? And use this information. Of course, work with your healthcare practitioner, your doctor, your dietitian, nutritionist, and also know your body. Because what did we say? Doctors know a body of knowledge, but you need to know your body, have knowledge about your body. And so begin to use this knowledge, get curious, use that information to review your diet. Don't beat yourself up. That's not what it's for. We get in the information so we can equip ourselves and live an overall life of balance and a life of fulfillment. Let's take a break and we will be right back. Welcome back. It's been an exciting conversation today. We've been looking into proteins and how they impact our bodies. And we've said that we need proteins, okay, as one source of key nutrients for our bodies to thrive on. And so don't forget the exercise. Don't forget to go back. Okay, don't forget to go back to this clip and read it again. Don't forget to let it stimulate your brain and begin to be a life learner when it comes to your health and wellness, and particularly in your eating habits, okay? And thrive by eating the right kinds of foods, the right nutrients, the right proteins, so that you can be on a positive side when it comes to the journey of your health and wellness. I sure thank you for tuning in, and I will see you same time tomorrow. Bye-bye for now.